Connecticut. Word of more jobs to come to Electric Boat in Groton.
Yes, the Defense Department announced this week that engineering and manufacturing work has begun on the newest class of nuclear submarines. This is work that will add 1,300 jobs at EB this year. And I doubt that anyone is happier or prouder than our first guest this morning, 2nd District Congressman Joe Courtney. Joe, thanks for coming in.
Hey, Jen.
Hello,
great to be
thanks
here.
For being here.
So, 12 submarines?
So the new class of Columbia class, as they're called, will be 12. Again, that's a different class than the Virginia attack subs that are being built today. Again, just to put that in perspective, the Columbia sub is 2.5 times the size of the Virginia attack sub. There are 11.
Is that because of the ballistic missiles?
That's right. It's just a almost jaw-dropping vessel in terms of its dimensions, and obviously the work that goes into it is obviously much greater. Again, we've got a backlog at EB right now of about 11 subs in the Virginia class program. That's also been generating jobs. It was 1,500 hires last year, so this 1,300 is, again, just building on this growth. That
what kinds of jobs are we talking about?
We're talking engineer, design, metal trades, and all the administrative, work that needs to sort of make the place go. So it's, we're seeing already in New London, a huge new condo complex was just approved by Planning and Zoning this week. We've got a lot of new housing projects and developments. The first one, by the way, is in Fort Trumbull, which has been, basically non-developed since, they went through that painful process of, making it ready for development. So, obviously the ripple effect in terms of the local economy is huge. 500 suppliers statewide feed into the program, and, that's a whole nother, ripple effect that creates even more jobs. So, actually the big challenge for Connecticut is we've got to make sure we've got the workforce that's ready to take on this work, which, again, this is not a one-year blip. The 30-year shipbuilding plan for the Navy, and again, I'm ranking member on the Sea Power subcommittee in Washington. We're talking a 30-year shipbuilding plan. These ships are going to be on patrol going into the 2080s. So in terms of just a really long, sustained engine of growth in not just southeastern Connecticut, but all across the state, obviously this is, music to everyone's ears.
Hiring, of course, is about talent. How is our pipeline here in Connecticut?
So the School of Engineering at UConn is really ramping up, and they're really the connection there, which is great to see. Kids with UConn Husky logos in their cubicles. The metal trades, we just announced the commencement of an apprenticeship program, which basically had been dormant since the 1990s. The community colleges now, Three Rivers has a sheet metal program, advanced manufacturing up in Quinnebog Valley. So again, we're really seeing a good, strong response. The tech schools are also, standing up programs for kids so that they realize this is really good jobs that you can support yourself and a family, and obviously we've got to get our education system, aligned for this. The Navy asks that question all the time when we're having these meetings about the demand signal that's coming for the growth in this fleet. Is Connecticut really going to be up to the task? And I'm very bullish on the fact that we're really seeing a good, strong response in terms of the workforce investment boards, as well as also the educational systems that are in the area.
And the Russians are watching.
They sure are. I mean, obviously, this is not happening in a vacuum. Yeah. The strategic analysis shows both in terms of the European command as well as Asia Pacific, the demand for the Navy and the demand for our undersea fleet, which is at the absolute top of the list. And I'm not just, the hometown cheerleader here. I mean, this is, stuff that if you look in the journals and the areas that are covering, strategic sort of analysis in the 21st century, our undersea fleet is critical.
Are these going to be stealthy subs?
That's our, the real genius of it. So the USS South Dakota is, next on the list. Again, we had the Colorado christening not too long ago. Michelle Obama was here for the Illinois, and the South Dakota is next, and that is going to be the newest version of just incredible stealth technology, and that's the genius of what we do here in the state. Sometimes, people should reflect on that we're building something that, in my opinion, even surpasses the space shuttle in terms of just the complexity of the tasks that it performs. I mean, it's really